satisfying form of self-expression, and it's something that's very important to me. I've got my ring light on today, simply because I thought it would help pick up some detail, and it's so dark out today, so I kind of thought, for the style of video, that it would be important. I feel like we should just get straight into it though, because this is already a long introduction. So right now I've got a bare face. I've just changed the angle ever so slightly, just so you're closer to me. I've got nothing on my skin right now. This is what it looks like. I've got a bit of a lip tint on it, but that's it. I tint my eyebrows as well because they're naturally very light. This is not my natural hair colour. I'm just going to apply a little bit more lip tint before I get started. This is called Labello, and this is their shade Blackberry Shine. This is the first item that I always start off with, and this is Paula's Choice Super Light Daily Wrinkle Defense Broad Spectrum SPF 30. I would say for my skin tone and sensitivity, I probably do need to be wearing an SPF of 50. I have a skin condition called rosacea, and that makes my skin very sensitive. So a lot of makeup that I use, sometimes it's more for the fact that my skin hasn't rejected it than it is for the fact that I truly love it, if that makes sense. I like this, it's perfectly fine. It's got a bit of a tint which I don't personally love, but this is maybe the sixth sunscreen that I tried that and it was the first that didn't irritate my skin, all the rest did. And so sometimes that's the winning factor, is it's somehow got a miracle combination that doesn't make my skin angry. So you're supposed to shake it up. And then I'm just gonna start dabbing it on my face. I'll use the viewfinder as much as I can here, but I might have to branch out and grab a mirror for some parts. So I'm just blending it into my skin. I find I have to work it quite a lot because of the tint. I'm just gonna let my hair out the way a little bit. So this product does give a nice glow to the skin. You've really got to make sure you rub it in like to absolute perfection, or you'll end up with like orange streaks where you failed to rub it in. I love squeezing this makeup sponge. It's one of the marshmallow sponges. I love these because they are so lovely to clean compared to a lot of other makeup sponges. This is my faithful companion. This is Elf's Hydrating Camo Concealer. So they do a normal camo concealer, and then they do a hydrating one. This is the hydrating one, and this is in the shade Fair Rose. Maybe one of the lightest, but they do a lot of light ones with different undertones. And that's how I do it. And then I tend to use my finger and I go back in on areas of extra coverage. Like I've got some broken veins around there. I always like to put an extra dab on. Just going into the last step now, which is my forehead. I'm quite new to the concept that you can see my forehead. I never used to worry about it because I had obviously my fringe. So next up we have powder. I use the Beauty Crops Pore Filler, but it's the pressed powder version. This is maybe my third or fourth. I really love this powder. I swirl it around, get a decent amount on that, and I just pat it in. And this is in the shade Translucent. This is a step I thought I would include, but it's something I only tend to do when I'm going to work, and therefore I know I'm going to be out for quite a long time. So this is also the Beauty Crop, and this is their Vitamin Babe Setting Powder, which is the loose powder. This is the lavender shade, so it creates quite a cool toned look. So I just take it like that and I go over my T-zone with it. If I do that on days that I know I'm going to be out for quite long periods of time, sometimes up to 12 hours, that I'll have makeup on for, it does just help keep my T-zone matte. And then if I've got time before I go out, sometimes I'll leave it sort of set for a little bit. But if I don't, then I use this brush. And I wipe it away. Just like that. This brush is just used for powder, and that's actually its only job. I just use it to wipe away any excess powder. I don't know if you can see, but when I go like that, you probably can't, there's plumes floating off. This is a brush that's from Little Did a Makeup brush set a couple of years ago now, and I only use big brushes like this for dusting powder and for blusher, so they're actually soft. I really like them. I'm not particularly fussy about brushes, and they do the job nicely if you're outside of the UK. Lidl is a supermarket chain in Europe, so yeah. So next step is blusher, and again, this is just a trusty little brush. Blusher used to be, before my rosacea got worse, my very favourite thing to buy and my favourite step in my routine. Sadly though, as my skin has become more sensitive, I am very, very limited in the blushes I can use. 99% of blushes will give me a rash of weird itchy dots all along the next up is a step that everybody must keep hush hush. This is Revolution's Ultra Eyeshadows palette in the set Flawless number 2. I'm saying you should all keep this because this is a set that is about 7 years old. And I still use it on my eyes and on my eyebrows. I know, but I've been fine. It's been fine. I obviously could not recommend you do that, but I do, and I've been fine. So I take this colour here and this colour here, and I mix them together, and that's what I do for my eyebrows. I use this tiny little thin brush. It's very thin, and I like pull at the ends to make it really flat and pointy. Just take my 2 colours. And what I do is I always fill in the front first of both the brows. The front on this one, and then the front of this one. And I swipe up to blend it in. And then what I do for the end, my X, the brow glue. And I start running it through my eyebrows. And I really saturate the ends quite a lot. I run it through and then I position the hairs where I want them. Really saturate the ends, position them how I want them. Whilst the ends of my brows are still quite wet. And I do the end like that. It means, or I find it means, you can get a sharper line. And the last thing I use the eyeshadow for is with, again, a little bit of a mix of the two. And I really pinch at the ends. I just go like this. Create a little bit of a line. Yeah. And this will be the shadow to my eyeliner. It's a famous trick that Whitey Snyder used to do for Marilyn. Marilyn Monroe's makeup artist, Whitey Snyder, used to do this, and it gave the effect that her eyeliner was almost lashes, creating a shadow under her eye. So next up is the step that I'm most nervous about doing on camera, and that's my eyeliner. So please excuse me if I go incredibly silent now. This is tense work. I have no strategy or plan ever when I do my eyeliner. It never looks the same day to day, as long as it kind of matches and I like it. That's all I go off of. Okay, so there's one. This one isn't quite as neat, but I think once I've got mascara on, hopefully you won't be able to tell. And the next step is to curl my lashes. This is when I make the most stupid of faces, so I'll try my best not to. I really like to get right in at the roots to give the lashes a real lift, like that. Now this is my favourite mascara. This is the Rare Beauty mascara in the shade Black. My friend put me onto this because she said it's the only mascara that lasts all day. So, there you go. I was painting Judy Garland in Meet Me in St. Louis the other day, and I noticed they had done this on her bottom lashes, and it inspired me to want to do it again. This is NYX's Jumbo Eye Pencil in white, and I cinematic red. So I use this all over my lips. I tend to go in like stamping motions, like that. And then lastly, to brighten it up a little bit, I go in with Nude Sticks Intense Matte Lip and Cheek Pencil. I would love to use this on my cheeks, but my skin really doesn't like cream blushes, so I haven't. And this is in the shade Royal. So I go in with this. In the centre of my lips. Then 9 times out of 10 I nearly always go back slightly. Just because I really like to have a defining colour. It's a little deeper. This is it. This is how I do my makeup. For every video you've ever seen of me, this is how I go from a bit of a plain Jane to feeling, I don't know, more like myself really. I love the process of putting it on. I just find it so fun. So yeah, that's the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope somehow it was a little bit helpful in some way. But I will see you guys all again